Hi friends, I'm sure you're sick of videos and so am I, so we're going to keep this one as short as we can. Classroom information. The first thing the sub told me about yesterday was that everyone wanted to know when their homework is due. How long have you been in my class again? Homework is due on Friday for the competition. So far, the things that will go in that packet are the inequalities pixel art from last Friday, and your first beige worksheet, which says week 2, day 1 at the top of it. Some of you got it yesterday, some of you will get it today. Both sides of that need to be complete. Also, just a housekeeping thing, if you're absent on Friday, you can turn it in early, or you can also turn it in on Monday, and you'll still get a 4 and you'll still be counted for the contest. After Monday, you can still get a 4 because you were absent, but you will no longer be counted for the contest. We will exclude you from the percentage. So once again, class, you got to get 90% or more of the people in your class turning in complete homework packets so that you can pick your own seats. All right, let's go over this self-start. First thing I need to do to be able to answer this question is solve this inequality. So I'm going to draw my fence. I'm going to divide both sides by -4, which will leave me m here. Now when I divide by a negative number, I have to flip the sign. So instead of being greater than or equal to, it's going to be less than or equal to now. And 8 divided by -4 is -2. Now, to check and see if A, B, C, D, and E make the equation a true statement, I'm going to graph it to help me see that. Okay, my starting point is -2. I have a closed circle at -2 because, let's see if I can get it closed, because I have that underline below the less than symbol. And then my arrow is going to go to the left. Now, if I look at my choices, here is A is 2. Well, on the number line, if that's -2, that might be 0, and that would be +2. A is 2 is not in my solution, so that is not one of my answers. B says -4. Well, once again, I'm just going to put -4 on my number line. It falls inside our solution, so B equals -4 would be part of our solution. -1. -1 is a little bit tricky. Here we have between 0 and 2. That would be -1 right there. And as you can see, it falls outside of our solution, so that is not correct. D, -2.2. Now, where does -2.2 fall on this number line? Well, somewhere right about there. So it is part of our solution set. It's less than -2, so it does fall in. And E is +3, that'd be out here. That one is not part of our solution. Okay, yesterday we went over the front side of your beige worksheet, and I did some example problems. Today I'm just going to do 2 examples on the back and let you have the rest of the time to work. At the end of class, you are going to be redoing your CFA from last Friday. So you'll either take it if you haven't taken it, or you will redo it and fix any mistakes you made. So today's a good opportunity for you to work hard and make sure you're understanding these inequality questions. All right, part A of number 2. A moving company is shipping my stuff on a move from Sandy to St. George. The maximum weight on Utah roads for a truck is 80,000 pounds. If the empty truck and trailer weigh 32,500 pounds, and other people have stuff on the truck already weighing 35,000 pounds total, how much can my stuff weigh? Now, we're going to solve these a lot like we did our multi-step equation word problems. We're going to have parts that add up to a total. So I need to have all of you just turn off your calculator brains for a minute and ignore the numbers and just understand what's happening in this problem. So I have an empty truck and I have some other people's stuff. others stuff. And that's already on the truck. And then I have my stuff that I'm going to pack. And all of that has to be, let's see, we have a maximum of 80,000 pounds. So maximum is one that's like budget. It means I'm going to use less than or equal to. So that's going to be my symbol. In our multi-step unit, we would have just had an equal sign there. But now I've got to look for those inequality words and pick the right symbol. And that's going to be my total weight. Okay? So now I'm just going to start looking at the numbers and putting them in where they go in this equation. So first of all, the easy one is the total. So that's 80,000. And then we have the empty truck that weighs 32,500. And then we have other people's stuff, which weighs 35,000 pounds. And then we have my stuff. And if you read the problem carefully, the question is asking us, how much can my stuff weigh? If that's the question they're asking us, then we don't know already how much my stuff weighs. So that means we need a variable. And I'll just pick X for the sake of simplicity. And now this is going to be my equation. 32,500 plus 35,000 plus X is less than or equal to 80,000. You guys can combine these like terms right here by adding those two numbers together. And then you'll just have one number plus X is less than or equal to 80,000. You can set that up and solve it. All right. The next example I'm going to do is this part B. Jeremy is 2 years older than Rachel. The sum of the ages of Jeremy and Rachel is less than 46. How old could Jeremy be? Okay, again, calculator brains off for a minute. Let's just talk about what's happening here. So we have the age of Jeremy, and if we see the word sum, whoops, let me use something else. So if we see the word sum, that's going to tell us we're going to add. So we have the age of Jeremy plus the age of Rachel, and it says is less than. So is less than tells us we're going to use the less than symbol, and it's less than 46. Okay, now I'm going to plug in what I know. Do I know how old Jeremy is? Well, no, I don't. But I do know that the age of Jeremy is the same thing as the age of Rachel plus 2. Because Jeremy is 2 years older than Rachel. So I can, instead of writing the age of Jeremy, I'm going to write the age of Rachel plus 2. And that's the same thing as the age of Jeremy. And then I need to add the age of Rachel again, because we have to add Jeremy's age plus Rachel's age, and that's less than 46. Okay, now when we combine like terms this time, I have one age of Rachel and 2 ages of Rachel. So, and I'm going to have to move over here so you can see, I have 2 age of Rachel, and that's just one variable. It's not 2 different ones, it's one, and I'm just using it to remind me what I'm calculating here. Plus 2, this is my 2 right here, is less than 46. Now, you can set that up and solve it. On this problem, I will caution you though, you need to pay attention to what question it's asking you and what that variable that you're solving for actually means before you give your final answer. All right, good luck. The sub has an answer key that you can check your work with. Work hard, and hopefully I will see you soon.